Hello to my Capricorns. All right, happy birthday to each and every one of you all. We're still in your season. We're still in your season. I think for like a couple of days. So I'm gonna do one more giveaway before we close out your season. Yeah. So you may be watching this video on the 18th, but the video is for the 19th through the 26th. We're wrapping up this season, coming, to closing out this season. So hopefully you all are still journaling of just like what was revealed to you all about yourselves and in terms of what what type of tribe you want to belong to, like what was concealed to you about yourselves before is now revealed to you about yourselves. This is not about what was revealed about somebody else, what was revealed about yourself, like just knowing what type of energies you want to be around. Let's get into it. Let's set the tone for your reading. I've already prayed over everybody's cards, talking to you about wherever Capricorn is in your birth chart. This is a general reading, so take home what resonates with you. Everybody's February videos, almost everyone's February videos, prediction videos are almost finished being filmed and will be going up on the Patreon side. Like I said, I will probably be doing one more giveaway for Capricorn before your birthday season ends. Do not forget to set your notifications to all. Set them to all. So that way you do not miss it, because if you miss it, you're going to have to watch the Aquarius videos to participate if you have Aquarius in your birth chart. So let's set the tone. I start each day with a positive attitude. There we go, setting the tone. Start each day with a positive attitude. That is going to be a good thing to start your day with a positive attitude. That's right. Start each day with a positive attitude. That is very helpful. So eyes open, start each day with a positive attitude. Whether you had a nightmare, stomach hurt, no matter what you feel like, start each day with a positive attitude. Put it out in the universe. Just say it. I start each day with a positive attitude. Put that energy out into the universe. All right. Okay. Let's see. Let's start it out. Here we have 9 of Pentacles. So that's right. Someone is moving towards or have already started financial independence, right? So that's right. Put that energy out into the universe. What does financial independence look like for you? It does not look like ending someone else's financial independence, right? So here we have Queen of Pentacles here. So yeah, so it doesn't look like stopping somebody else's bag, right? Especially if it's somebody that you know who is down to earth and relatable. You can relate to that. Like how that's something that's what a Queen of Pentacles energy is, like somebody who is relatable, somebody who, like you can relate to that energy. You're related to them and you can relate to them. You can relate to how they've come to financial independence. So it's like, why would you want to stop somebody else's money? Because 9 is death, rebirth. If you're related to them and you feel like they're relatable, they have their path, you have your path. Like that's a hater energy, right? So you be keeping that person in the dark. That's like, okay, you're competing against somebody that you're related to, right? So and people do that all the time. That would be like equivalent to, oh, you got a hair business and your relative has a hair business, and so okay, I got to compete against this relative who has a salon. I don't know a whole lot about hair, so for those of you all who are professionals in this, please forgive me. And if don't be commenting under my videos attacking me either. But y'all know what I'm saying. It's like people do this in families all the time. They're like, oh yeah, this is my family over everything. But then as soon as your family members start the same kind of business that you had, instead of you supporting family, right, because that's something you're familiar with, they go right into competition, right? Stopping somebody else's money, right? So source is saying there's enough to go around where you don't have to stop a loved one's money, especially knowingly keeping them in the dark in order for you to be financially independent. Everybody has their light. Everybody has purpose. So especially if you know somebody who is down to earth and relatable. That's a conversation. So that's what sources say. You're starting each day with a positive day, starting each day with a positive attitude, especially if it's somebody who is down to earth and relatable, someone who's supporting your goods, products, and services. That's a conversation. So I see you back in the saddle center stage. Here we have the Six of Wands here. Um, Victorious, like I said, you don't need to compete. The competition is dead. The competition is dead. It's like, two people can, win, right? So somebody has gotten that negative thinking out of that death. Like I gotta stomp out somebody that I'm related to in order for me to win. Somebody got that out of their system. So whoever, could be a Scorpio somewhere, and connected to that, but you got to think high vibrational Scorpio. If you're in a connection with a low vibrating Scorpio, that could be someone who is that could be an energy that is jealous, possessive, secretive, dominating, and also restful energy, right? But if you're in the presence of a high vibrating Scorpio, you're thinking rebirth, someone who is focused, someone who is brave, loyal, ambitious, someone who is passionate and resourceful, and faith, filled with faith. So somebody who is faithful, someone who is like, okay, in faith, see these two arms up? Two people can win. We may be motivated by two different things, but both of us can win. Both of us can be on stage and we can both win. I don't have to be contaminated. You're an earth sign, so your water, meaning your emotions, doesn't have to be toxic. So I don't have to carry around that mindset that I gotta stomp out somebody I'm related to in order for me to be financially independent. If you got somebody in your presence that's telling you that you gotta stomp out your loved one in order for you to win, and they creating divisiveness in your spirit. You got two energies. It's a fire energy and a water energy. That's basically like you gotta sacrifice somebody that you love, somebody that you're related to, in order for you to be financially independent. So it's just like the onus is on you. You ended the relationship, not them. So yeah, so that's what Source is trying to help somebody understand, is like, you know what, it all falls back on you. It falls back on you. And that's why a lot of relationships, families end, because they got people in their ear. Your family, they jealous of you, and your business is doing better than. So I see you being successful because you're on the rebirth side. Something has ended with two energies, and you're on the rebirth side. You're on the rebirth side. So I see you back in center stage here. I see you down to earth and relatable. You've gone down a rabbit hole of sorts. You made it back to your throne. Queen of Pentacles energy could be a man or woman, just so we're just genderless down here. But again, you were dealing with two energies that were making it all about them, but in a very toxic way, right? There's nothing wrong with self-care, but if it's at the sacrificing of you and other people's relationship, there's more. If you look at it logically, for real, there's more than one star in the sky, meaning that everybody has a star/sun sign, meaning that everybody has purpose. If you look at it that way, everybody has purpose. Nobody has a reason really to be jealous of anybody. So you leaving dark wolf energy behind. That was overwhelming for you. Something was overwhelming for you because people weren't telling you. People were not. Dark wolf energy doesn't tell you what they're doing behind people's backs. Light wolf energy does. They always keep you in a loop. And you operating in your light will always expose darkness. Will always expose darkness. You operating in your purpose will always expose people's emotions, their true feelings. It's right here, feelings. Their beliefs. This is the I believe sign. You operating in your light will always expose people's true beliefs about themselves and how they project it onto you. So somebody had a particular belief system about somebody that you are related to being down to earth and relatable. So no matter how much time they told you these people rolling their eyes at them, these people looking at them some kind of way, somebody didn't hear anything because somebody was focused on the physical existence of something and just being in the stage, the spotlight, all of those things. So somebody now is going to start paying attention at how damaging that can be when you have that one track mind. All I'm focusing on is just the physical existence of things. It's like, oh my God, I couldn't see something, right? So yeah, so that's what I'm seeing here, is just how damaging and how people sacrifice people. That's how people get sacrificed. They don't see anything else. One track mind, I can't see anything. So somebody tell you a lie about somebody, two energy tell you a lie about you. This is a choice. This is a belief system. This right here, this is the I believe sign. There's belief and disbelief. So it's a choice to believe or not believe something. So take the blindfolds off. Like I said, you had energies in your ear, but you had on blindfold. Your ancestors kept saying, you were at an impasse. You were at an impasse. Didn't know what to believe. Like, I'm not sure. I'm confused. That confusion, the devil is the author of confusion. That is at that very moment you're confused about something. It's okay to be confused for a minute. At the moment of confusion, it's time to pray. So I need to pray. I need to pray. I need to pray for answers. I don't know what's clear. I don't know what's going on, right? But somebody was stubborn. This is the Hierophant card. Somebody was like, okay, I don't believe it until I see it. This right here kept somebody stuck. Kept somebody stuck. I don't believe it unless I physically see something. I don't believe something until I see something. Walking around with blindfolds on. Yeah. Yeah. So, but there's hope, bliss, and optimism for everybody. There's hope, bliss, and optimism for everybody. But remember, stuff is going to start making sense now. Hindsight is 2020. There's many stars in the sky. Many stars in the sky. Many stars in the sky. Right? Yeah. So now you're learning how to, something has been fulfilled. You're learning how to close out cycles in love. You're learning how to fulfill something. So something has been fulfilled, right? Here we have, so in a very meek way, you're just praying for strength. You're just praying for strength, coming out of a survival mode mindset. I'm in survival mode. I gotta make money. I got somebody coming out of a survival mode mindset and really speaking into the universe in a very meek way. You know what? I may be confused about something, but I really need answers from source. I really need answers from source. I really need clarity from source. Right, here's the Justice card. Somebody was dealing with some vain and vengeful spirits. Two vain and vengeful spirits somebody was dealing with. Here we have the Two of Wands. One of them for certain you will never talk to again. You're done. You're absolutely done. Right? Because you're motivated by traveling the world. You're motivated. You see this person got a globe here and this little bus here. Somebody is really motivated by traveling the world, and there's opportunities that's coming your way. It's bigger than this window. You can't even fit in this window sill here with at least the illustrator, right? And so somebody is motivated by flying, because you got 6 and 2 would be 8. That's flying. And so source is fast tracking you somewhere, right? Source is trying to put you on a fast track somewhere. But source is trying to fast track you somewhere. There's a difference between the devil promising to put you on a fast track somewhere and source fast tracking you, right? When the enemy is trying to fast track you somewhere, the enemy is going to put people on your path and say, if you sacrifice this energy, then you'll get there faster. But the enemy is always keeping you in the dark about something, because that's what the enemy does. The enemy is the author of confusion. You're never going to know what the enemy, but operating in the light, because you could know somebody your whole life, and somebody could tell you all kinds of lies about them, and you'll sit there so confused, even if you've physically been around them your whole entire life, and you would think that your eyes are playing tricks on you. You can sit there and they just telling you all kinds of stuff, and you would think your eyes are playing tricks on you. Well, maybe they telling the truth. I don't know what to believe. I guess that's how they made it, to be financially independent. I guess that's what it takes for you to be on stage, to be a star. You're walking around with blindfolds on. I guess that's what it takes in order to be a tarot card reader. I guess that's what it takes to make tarot cards or affirmation cards or oracle cards. I guess, I guess I didn't know this about them. Instead of talking and opening up your mouth and asking. Especially if it's somebody that you know. So some kind of homecoming is happening here. I feel like somebody is flying somewhere and some kind of homecoming is happening for someone. Some kind of homecoming is happening for somebody. A celebration. But somebody was lying behind your back on something. Somebody was lying. They had these squinty eyes. They were squinting. It's like it's like was lying behind somebody's back. It was a Leo and an Aries that was lying behind someone's back. That's what the King of Wands was lying behind someone's back, and the eyes were all squinted up. But then there's Scorpio also involved in something too. And there's a Taurus involved. Somebody had Libra in their birth chart. But again, I was doing somebody's reading, and I was talking about this same card right here where somebody's eyes was kind of squinted up. And the person I was talking to, I was doing their reading, they were cracking up laughing. They were like, "You are describing my colleague." Of course, I didn't know their colleague. They were like, their eyes squinted up too, right? But yeah, but that's somebody's. It's like somebody give you those like squinty eye because they're concentrating on. They have this deep-seated resentment towards something they heard about you, which was a lie about you, but to everybody else, they have this smile on their face. But to you, when nobody else could see it, it's just behind your back. They were rolling their eyes and squinting at somebody that you can connect with, and no matter how much somebody tell you, you were still confused. So Source is saying to you, you're gonna stop being so confused and take the blindfolds off. And start talking, right? So here we have some kind of a message coming through about you feeling like you have a whole new lease on life. Some kind of message is coming through for you, right? So here we have the Hermit card. Yeah. So yeah, some kind of message coming through about like you have a whole new lease on life, being in hermit mode, and all these things, and just being in receiving mode. But you got some good news coming through, right? You got some good news coming through. So something new that you're creating, for yourself. But like I said, I'm telling you, despite what you may see on TV, like with the competitions, which are with things that you see people, they compete for those things. Like when you see those shark shows and stuff like that, where you got people competing, those are on television. People they sign up for those things to compete for those kind of things, right? And that's what people sign up for. But so they go into it knowing what they're doing. They know it's a competition. But when you do that to loved ones, when you do that, you knowingly, something in your spirit should feel sick. For real. Something in your gut right here, this fire, you should feel anxiety. Especially if you're saying family over everything, it wouldn't matter if they're doing it to you. Something about you should feel like, nah, I'll let Source fight that battle. If they're doing that to me, I'm not ruthless. If they're doing that to me, if that's what they're doing, I'm not. Because now somebody's like trying to put you and somebody together, and somebody's gonna stand down. The one that's standing down is really showing you, listen, you want to be ruthless, go ahead, you fall in your own flames. So, Source is just saying to you, you were dealing with two energies who were, like I said, two or more energies that were vain, vengeful, green with envy, that were trying to put you up against somebody to see what you would do. What you would do. What you would do for money. What you would do for financial independence. What you would do to end someone's financial independence. That's why the Tower card kept coming out. I don't know if the Tower card is going to come out of this deck here, but that's why the Tower card. Yeah, so that's why you kept seeing the Tower card. And I saw your comments below. You was like, oh, we can't take another Tower moment. I keep saying it in the readings. Whenever you see the Tower card, that's a total recall of, not a partial recall. That's far back as you can remember. Get your journal out. Start writing down stuff. I don't care if it sounds like you're scribbling all over the place. Like it just don't even make any sense. Still write stuff out, because source is giving you downloads, whether it's your daydreams, night dreams, even like if you're like tossing a load of clothes in the washing machine or dryer, or like tossing some dishes in the dishwasher, or you water is running in the bathtub or shower, whatever, you're getting downloads, whatever you can remember, journal it, right? Because source is trying to give you some kind of downloads. But some people were lying behind some people's backs. People wanted to see what you were going to do for money. People wanted to see what you were going to do for money. See what you were going to do for money. What you were willing to do to end somebody's money. What were you willing to do? You have the whole world in front of you. You have the whole world in front of you. You and somebody have the whole world in front of you. And somebody's money was drastically affected by it. But you had on blindfolds, and your ancestors people were in your ear, but your ancestors' voices were also in your ear. But again, because you're an earth sign and you deal with the physical existence of things, it's like your ancestors kept talking to you, but you were paying attention to the physical energies in your ear. So here we have the 10 of coins here. So some kind of a new legacy is starting for you. Some kind of a new legacy is starting, for you. So, like I said, you got a message coming through. Here's a page of cups here. You got a message of something new coming through, of some good news trying to come through. When you go on a quest, your third eye is definitely not wide open now. Here's the third eye is definitely wide open now. When you go on a quest and you think that someone is lying about something, it doesn't matter who it is. When you think somebody is lying about something, the first thing would be to ask. If it's about family or whatever, you think somebody's lying about family or how they make their money, if they're traveling and stuff, it's just ask. It's just really ask. Ask until you feel like you're satisfied with answers. If you need to get several people together, to ask, just ask. Not when you're under duress, or like when you're frustrated and mad and all of that, or feeling like you under judgment, like, assuming that people are judging you, but there was somebody who was obsessed. There was somebody who was literally obsessed, or thinking that you were obsessed, right? But death to judgment, death to some kind of judgment there. Of assuming people are judging you, or you assuming that they're, or vice versa. Y'all know what I'm saying. Especially when people are going through a transition. When you're going through a transition and other people are going through a transition, that's what transition looks like. It's look like brand new. You're learning. So if you're working a 9-to-5 job, or whatever your job is, and you're transitioning from like 9 to 5 to entrepreneurship, or whatever you're transitioning from, being married to not married, or transitioning from moving to a new city, state, town, province, country, whatever, that's a transition. That's a metamorphosis, and you're new to anything. That is a transition. People are going to assume everything about you. You talk different. You dress different. Everything people are going to assume, and some people are going to be obsessed with becoming familiar with you. Oh, you from wherever you from. You don't talk like everybody else. Where are you from? Where you would, that, where do you work? How do you make your money? Just coming familiar with you, right? People will create lies, make up stories, all kinds of stuff, right? And so somebody could have felt blindsided, like, what in the world? Where's all of this coming from? It's like you could have felt like, where's all of this coming from? So you and somebody felt the same way, like, where's all of this coming from? Yep, and that's where the end of the conversation stopped. Just shut it down. It's a nightmare. A complete nightmare of just bunch of confusion. Bunch of confusion. But somebody had to go on a journey. Somebody had to go down a rabbit hole and go find out something of who was behind somebody, and somebody was jealous. Somebody was jealous of something. Somebody had to go down a rabbit hole because somebody just stopped talking. They just said, okay, where did in the world did all of this come from? How do you go from loving somebody unconditionally to a nightmare? People talking to people any kind of way, saying somebody's lying about something and this and that. And where did all of that go? This is what's going on. I'm looking at here in the cards. The judgment, like what in the world is going on? All of this confusion, no clarity in anything, right? Where people are just working. So that's what I'm seeing here in the cards. So once the conversation stopped, somebody went to work and going on some kind of a discovery, right? Find out who was sacrificing somebody. Why was somebody being sacrificed? Why was somebody so obsessed with sacrificing somebody? So here we have clearing. So as true offering arises, it becomes easy to let go. You start to trust that more will always arrive. You shift from mind to God's. Such freedom. Such freedom. Yeah. Such freedom. So somebody has new love coming across their path, so you'll be connecting with the earth, but you just went through a rebirth. You went through a rebirth. So somebody's getting ready to start really learning how powerful, and I kept saying in a lot of my readings, there's this movie on YouTube, and I don't know if it's free for everybody, if you have to have a YouTube paid subscription or whatever, but it's called Earthing. That's been around forever, right? Earthing, putting your feet in the dirt, the ground, whatever. Recharging from the earth. But yeah, connecting with earth. That's how somebody's going to learn how to recharge. That's how I have quite a few earth sign clients who talk about they get their best downloads when they're going to take a walk, take their dog for a walk, or going jogging, or just going to a walk through in the park by themselves. They're getting a lot of download because you're an earth sign. Right, that's where you're going to get your recharge, your reset, right? So here we have number 10, I'm ingenious. So you have great leadership skills. Your mind is sharp. It allows you to dream up ingenious ideas and organize all details, then direct others in how to carry things out. So, yeah. So, but yeah, if you don't get some kind of pit at the bottom of your stomach when somebody's basically saying you can get, financial independence at the moment of sacrificing a loved one, then, yeah. But yeah, safe travel. Yep, safe travel to you. That is what I have for you. Hopefully, that is what you have. That's what I have for you all. Yeah, but you all are practical. You're hardworking. I'm talking about my high vibrating Capricorns. You all are team players, ambitious, classy, responsible, self-disciplined, self-control, great managers of people, money, and time, and very creative at your highest frequency. We don't even talk about the low frequency. That's what you look like at your highest. Keep staying high frequency and start each day with a positive attitude. That is what I have for you all. Hopefully this has been helpful. The other videos will go to over on the Patreon side for those of you all who are, coming up over there. And if you, like I said, we're going to have maybe one last giveaway. Don't forget to, for your birthdays, don't forget to set your notifications to all. Okay? All right? And if you don't, if you happen to miss it, if you have Aquarius somewhere in your birth chart, then we're doing giveaways for Aquarius season. Check out those videos. But nevertheless, don't forget to like, share, comment. And if you're new, subscribe. Okay? Bye.